Greetings, viewers of True TV. This is CurrentMama, the only kingdom hot potato. And this is unrestricted discussions where we talk about everything concerning life. We are talking about marriages, parenting, relationships, and everything that you can think of. Hence the name Unrestricted Discussions. So today we are going to talk about sexual desires in young people. Thank you. Yes, viewers of True TV. Like I said, I'm not working alone. I'm with my dear sister in the Lord, Pel Rasi Bopela.
Thank you, CurrentMama. We are back on the subject now, sexual desires in children.
Yes, because
So,
Elder Pel, what I have realized is that sex is a taboo in many families.
yeah,
We don't talk about sex. Sex is something that, if you talk about it, yeah, it's wrong.
yeah.
So today we want to taboo this subject and explore a little bit and understand what is happening in our society these days. You understand?
Yeah, yeah. I think we are very, how can I say, we are sort of ashamed of sex
Hey,
as,
hey.
as I think as people,
Mm.
it's a hidden thing. It's
As
something that is
people or
private.
black people?
Maybe black people. I don't know. I don't know whether it's different with white people, but I think all parents have a certain type of attitude towards sex, especially speaking about sex with their children. So it is something that we do not tread upon. So I don't know whether it's sacred or because we don't want to be asked those awkward questions. So I'm going to ask you a few questions,
Okay.
Ma'am
Okay.
Karen, about this,
Okay.
so as to make it not taboo, as you said.
Yeah.
So my first question is, what are the causes of desires in young people? When a young person says, "I have these desires," to you as a parent, how do you answer that young person?
You know, Pel, let me talk about myself as I was growing up. I grew in Lesotho, so the upbringing is not the same as here in South Africa. But as I was growing up, as a young child, as far as I was maybe 5, 6 years, my mother used to say, "You cannot eat this." Eggs was part of eggs were part of that. You cannot eat eggs. You cannot eat peanut butter. You cannot eat avocado. You cannot eat rich things.
Yeah.
All these rich things, you cannot eat them because you are a girl, and this is dangerous for you.
Yeah.
And I could not understand then, and I used to be angry that this mother is selfish. They want to eat nice, and I'm not allowed to
Yeah.
do that. But coming to now, I understand why they were saying this, because this food have the tendency or the ability to give you sexual desires.
Oh.
Yeah, they build certain things in you. I don't know in biology what do they call them, but they have that ability to give you or to process or to speed up the process of sexual desires. That's why today we have young children who are sexually active, who are pregnant, who are parents at the age of 12 because of the food they are eating. And the parents, they know very well that they were not raised like that. But because a child says, "No, mama, I want this," and you end up thinking, "No, maybe because my parents denied me the delicious food, let me give to my kids," not knowing that you are killing them. But if a child, like your question is saying, if a child comes to me talking about sex and telling me that they feel like they want to, engage in a sexual desire at a young age, first of all, they must tell me exactly How do they feel? So that I can know that indeed it is a sexual desire. It is not something that they are desiring because maybe she or they had someone talking about that. And if she says, I feel this feeling, sensational feeling, like, I can be done something, then I'll understand that indeed it is something to do with sex. Then I'll start teaching this child, I will tell the child that you must not yield to the desire or the feeling, but rather learn to control your mind, the things that you think, because sometimes even the desires, they are triggered by something, either a discussion or by what you see, watch, and what you listen to. So it can trigger that. Unknowingly, you'll just start feeling like that. I mean, even if you are an adult, if you can engage in a certain topic concerning sex, somehow you'll feel like, ish, now I need to go to my husband. Fortunately, you have a husband. But if you don't have a husband, it's something you understand. So I think we have failed again as parents to teach our children because we are saying it's a taboo. So once we call something a taboo, it means we are putting a limitation, we are putting a boundary, and we are also, instilling fear in the child who is willing to know and who is willing to learn. So we are depriving our children the lessons that we should be giving because yes,
I want to ask another question.
yes.
But are we promoting them to engage in sex, or are we saying we are teaching you about what will happen when now you are in marriage, or are we just saying you can have sex with whoever you want?
No.
What are we saying?
No.
When we are teaching about
teaching is preparation. It can be preparation, and also teaching comes as a warning. You see, so when you teach your child, you even give the reasons why they should not engage in that sexual activity. So you don't just teach or you don't just talk and leave the child like that, but you tell them the actual sex, and after that you tell them that these are the repercussions, these are the results of you engaging in this, and you are not going to be okay, especially as a young child, especially if you are not married for that matter, because sex is meant for married people. You said something like sacred. Yes, sex is sacred when it is done within the perimeters of marriage. So you know what, my sister Pearl, let me use my example again. In my house, I taught my children about sex from young age. Yes, there are moments where I used the topic as a form of fear to threaten them not to do that. But the main thing, I told them that sex, it's nice, it's a beautiful thing, and you can enjoy it. But God does not like when you do sex before marriage, because there are many reasons that you should not do that. Make sure that when you do sex, it is when you are married. And I'm talking about legally married. We know, not something that you take a man and you go and sign and you say you are married. So I think repeating this thing over and over again, teaching it now and then, and somehow it got in their heads because they listened, and the other one got married. She did not have a child, and in terms of sex, she said she had it once because she came and confessed that I had it once. So for me it was I thought she's still a virgin, and the other one is still a virgin even now, because I told her it's an open thing. I've opened the platform for us as a family to talk about sex. And even the boy one, she was engaging in sex a lot because we would see condoms big as this, and within 3 weeks, there are no more condoms. And I said, when are you having sex or what? And he said, yeah, I'm having sex. I said, no, when I talk about sex with your sisters, I'm not saying I don't include you.
Yeah.
I include, you are a man. You are spreading presidents, you are spreading leaders all over, girls, because you are spoiling the seed. So stop doing that. And he stopped.
So, what is the right age for talking to your kids about sex? When should parents start?
Myself, according to me, because I said we have different types of, parenting. There are, I think I'm a liberal parent.
Yeah.
I'm not autocratic, but in my liberalism, I also teach a lot. That's why in my house, sex is not a taboo. I have a grandchild who is 12 years now. We started talking about sex when she was about 6, 7.
Yeah.
And she knows that it's not something that we can just do it anyhow, because it is meant for adults who are married. So from as early as 7 years, you can start teaching this child and telling her how important a woman is to hold herself. And you even tell her about the pride of waiting for your husband to come and break your virginity. It's pride. You feel proud that I managed to keep myself for my husband. So that pride, a person will work hard for that day only. She will work for 27 years, for 30 years, knowing that on that day, because I even tell them that there's a glory that takes place when you have kept yourself for your husband. You understand?
Thank you, CurrentMama.
Yes.
Yes, I have got myself some information on the subject. Thank you so much. Okay.
This is CurrentMama, and I think you have heard everything that we have spoken about. And next time we shall come again and do the best show. We are here to to give you the best, to advise each other, to learn from you, as maybe you will also learn from us, so that we can make this world a better place. Everyone has got a responsibility to make sure that we change what we are seeing in our children. May God bless you. And from me, it's a bye-bye.